Hey y'all, happy November. Oh my gosh, there's a squirrel right outside the window like this. And he's like digging for something that is so cute. Anyways, happy November. It is basically the start of November. It's November 5th, okay? So it's basically the start of November. And it's my birthday month. Yay me. We don't need to talk about how old we're getting. It's fine. It's all a mental game. Like, what did Mariah Carey say? Didn't she like stop aging after like 21 or something? Anyways, today I'm bringing you my November TBR, which is outlandish. And I know I'm not going to get to everything. Okay, let me show you. Do you see that? Okay, it's outlandish, obviously. I'm not getting to everything, but also a lot of them are small books, so maybe I will. I don't know. It is basically the end of the year. Like, we're almost done, and I am halfway through my reading goal, which I know it's not all about the numbers. I just enjoy filling out my Goodreads and seeing the little thing go up, and you get the little badge, whatever. I like it. It's been a hard reading year for me. Oh yeah, did you guys know I read? Because I only ever talk about clothes. I read too. I love to read. So that's why I'm bringing you my TBR, my November TBR. But yeah, so I've been in a reading slump for years. It feels like I've been in a reading slump for years. Since like COVID, like 2020 was my best year ever. And then it's just like has gone downhill, which we're not in COVID anymore. But anyways, I don't know. I've just been like in a reading slump where I either like will read like a lot for like 3 days and then nothing for like a month, or it'll take me like 3 months to finish like a 200-page book, and then I could read like a 500-page book in like 2 days. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's been a really weird reading year. January was like one of my best months, I think, of the whole year, which it tends to be. I think some of my better reading is in January. Whatever, long story short, I didn't pick small books to finish my goal. I picked small books because whenever I'm in a reading slump, it kind of like gets me out of a reading slump to be reading smaller books, if that makes sense. Like, there's like joy in the satisfaction of like finishing a book, and then I like want to start another book and another book. So that's part of the reason why I've picked smaller books. The other part is that these are actually books I enjoy reading every single year. I am a rereader. It's not that I don't like reading new books. I'm a comfort reader. Like, reading is my hobby. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love it. So I will reread the same books every single year. Around the same time of the year, too. I just love to reread. So quite a few of these, well, I don't know. There are definitely some rereads in here and other books that I just like have never gotten to. We're just going to start because I've just been blathering, okay? Oh, also, a lot of these books were thrifted, and I don't think you'll see any current reads, like any books that have been published. I'm like a bad reader in that sense. Like, back in 2020, 2021, I was all about the new releases and hopping on this, that, third. I'm over it. I cannot do a book that's hyped, I can't read it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just, back in May, started reading Fourth Wing. And I think that series is, like, done or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm not into it. Also, I don't know. I'm not really into the books that are being published right now. They're not hitting the same, right? I started rereading books from, like, the early 2000s and, like, back when I was in, like, middle school, high school. Like, which one? The Fifth Wave. I read that book. I was actually in college. But I know it's, like, an older book. And it just, like, it hit. Do you know what I mean? Whatever. So there are some books. Let's just talk about what I found. Okay, so this is the first book. It's called Perfect Pairs by, I don't know, Getty. It's from Hallmark. It's a gift book from Hallmark, right? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like not like a super real book, but it is. I found this book in a thrift store in Indiana, and it is so cute. It's literally just like old Hollywood with quotes from like Perfect Pairs. So, also, a lot of the books I picked because, like, they inspire me. And right now I just, like, hello? Why are we so dark? Yeah, there we go. So a lot of the books I picked because they inspire me, and, like, old Hollywood is always, it's just a vibe, right? A lot of these books are vibes. So This is just like, you know, it would take like, what, like an hour to read this? But it's just so cute. So that's the first book. Okay, so then this one, I think it's called Bonjour Triste. I don't speak French. By Francois Sagan. I don't know. Okay, so I found this book at the library. I think it was like $1 at my local library. I just got this book actually. And it was sitting in a basket of like, I just love small books, right? I just love small books. So I saw this and I was like, sounds interesting. I don't really know what it's about. It's set against a translucent beauty of France in summer. Okay, so it's not really like the time of the year, but whatever. And something about a Sicily. Sorry, if I definitely butchered that. Whatever. Also, I liked it because I don't know if you could see. Can you tell? The writing, the ink is like in purple. It's like a bluish purple, and it's short. And I was like, I don't know, this looks good. It was first published in 1954, which checks. When I tell you, like, I'm just not reading books published within the last like 5 to 10 years. I don't want to. I only want to read things that are published from like 2015 prior. Okay, so like this hits. So whatever, I got this book and I brought it home and it was sitting on my bed and my mom was like, is that my book? Did I lend you my book? Because we'll swap books, right? And I was like, no, it's my book. She's like, no, I think that's my book. I was like, no, my dad got this for me. I was like, Dad just got it for me today at the library. Like, we went to drop off books and we bought books at the same time. Of course. And she was like, no, I think that's my book. And then she looked on her bookshelf. She's like, I definitely read that book. And there was a little sticker on the bottom that I took off. So, you know, like if you go to like a Goodwill or our like local thrift store will put like stickers to designate like the price. So it had this sticker on it. And she was like, hold on, I read that book. And she goes back, she takes pictures of all her books when she finishes them. So she went back, she's like, I read that book and I gave it away to the library. So I paid $1 to buy my mom's book. Like, this is the exact copy of the book that she gave to the library, and they had it in the basket, and I was like, oh, that looks great. And so I bought it for $1. So it was $1 or like 50 cents. Like, it was super cheap, but either way, yeah. Next is The Boxcar Children by Gertrude Chandler Warner. I have half of the series. Like, I think I have from books 1 through maybe 25, and there's like 100 in the series. So this is like my original like Scholastic, bought it at the Scholastic Book Fair in elementary school book, right? So cute. And so whatever, we were going through storage. The cover did not look like that the other day. Anyways, this is like the OG cover from the 70s, I think. I think like this specific one was published around like the 70s. Yeah, 1977, this cover. So I have like books 1 through 25, and we were cleaning out our storage unit, and the whole series was in a box somewhere, like one of the boxes, and I was just like, oh, The Boxcar Children. This first book is my favorite. There's the part where they like make a dinner of blueberries and milk. I don't know, that is just like whimsy to me. That is like perfection. So I want to read the whole series actually before I put it back in storage, because like I don't have space here for it, but whatever. So this is just reliving childhood. Obviously it's short, but the way it was written is just so perfect. Like the language, and I think, when was it published? It was like 1920 something. I don't know, it was like originally published like in the early 1900s, and the author was only going to write like one book. I think I was reading it somewhere, I don't know where, but she was like only going to publish like the one book, but then like it was so popular, people were like, we want more. So then she made them like mystery books. That's why like the first book like isn't a mystery, and probably why I like it the most, because I don't know, I love a good like survival book. Like The Swiss Family Robinson is like another one of my favorite books from childhood. So anyways, okay, this is like a more current book. So this is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I just finished Red Rising like 2 weeks ago, I think. I always wanted to read that series because everybody says it's like so good, right? I tried reading Red Rising when I was in Chicago, I think like 2 or 3 times, and I always stopped at like page 70. I think because I was reading it before I fell asleep, and I would just like fall asleep and I'd forget and da-da-da. Whatever it was, it just hit this last week or two ago when I read it, and I finished it in like 2 days. Amazing. It was amazing. I think I gave it like 5 stars or 4.5 stars, something like that. So I immediately went out and bought the sequel, and I have not touched it since. Because I do that too. I'll like be so into like the first book and then I never pick up the second book. So this is definitely actually on my goal to read Red Rising. It's set in Mars in the future. I don't know. I don't know the best way to like, I don't want to tell you actually what Red Rising is about if you haven't read it. I went into it completely like didn't know a thing. I just knew that everybody said it was like such a good series, da 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 da. So I was like, okay, I'll read it. I think that's the best way to go into it. It was nothing like what I expected, and it was amazing. So, not much else to say. Okay, and then Rainbow Rowell's Pumpkinheads by, what is it? It's by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Higgs. I think she's the person who does the illustration. I love this book. I read it every year in October, and I just didn't get around to it in October. But it's such a like just fun like autumnal read. Obviously it's better in October, but like I said, I didn't get around to it. So I want to read it probably like today, to be honest, so I can put it away. I love this book. It's so cute, and I just love the art style. That squirrel is still out there. Okay, so then this one I found at a thrift store in Chicago. It is a series of unfortunate events, but it's not. Did I get it in Chicago? Might have gotten it in Indiana. I got it somewhere. What is it called? Okay, it's called Lemony Snicket, The Unauthorized Autobiography. Also, I have the Lemony Snicket, like, series of unfortunate events. I think I have them, like, right over there on my bookshelf. I want to reread it, because, like, I don't know, like, I'm just in the mood to be reading, like, not young adults, like, probably, like, middle school, right? Middle grade books. There's just, like, the whimsy. Do you know what I mean? It's the whimsy. So, anyways, this is, like, a book about Lemony Snicket. And it's, like, one of, like, these books. Like, there's a name for it that I cannot remember. Where it's, like, how do I properly show you? Where it's got, like, you know, like, maps and stuff. Sorry, that's literally a boring page. Right? And it's, like, it's, oh, yeah, The Unauthorized Autobiography of Lemony Snicket. So, I did start reading this over the summer, but I put it down because I was just not in the headspace to be reading books when I was moving, of course. So, I do want to read this soon. Next, I have the Open Door 100 Poems, 100 Years of Poetry magazine. Okay, I don't know. There you go. It's 100 poems from Poetry Magazine throughout the years, edited by Don Scher and Christian Whitman. And it's just a book of poetry. And they tell you when it was published. So, like, this one is Blues, Alabama by Michael S. Harper, published February 1968. Then we have Break of Day in the Trenches by Isaac Rosenberg, December 1916. So, I have my bachelor's degree is actually in poetry. So I love reading poems and poetry. And it's been a while since I've read any poetry. So I just thought this would be a good book to just get like a little sample, a little taste, get back into poems. I also like poetry that's not written in this century, personally. Okay, this one, I feel like I got this book last year, the year before, and I never got, okay, I got it like too late. Okay, so that's why this is the only Christmas book I have. I have a stack of Christmas books that I will be reading in December. Some of them are like my rereads that I do every single year. Some of them are new. But this one in particular, I got it too late. And I read this one partially on NetGalley, and then I loved it so much that I bought the actual physical book. And it's a very merry holiday movie guide by Rachel McMillan. I am literally going to sneeze. Okay, maybe I'm not. So this is a very merry holiday movie guide by Rachel McMillan, and it's all Hallmark Christmas movies. Like that's the whole book, is like about Hallmark Christmas movies. And she gives like festive facts, little traditions, and she breaks down the whole book into like vibes. Okay, so if you want music lovers Christmas, she's got a whole chapter. Royal Christmas, the family Christmas, the fashion lovers Christmas. I'm watching all of those this year. So she breaks down and she gives you like literally the whole viewing list. She gives you like, I don't know, just like cute things, like things, Christmas letter writing, Christmas card hacks. She like adds in like little like DIY. Then she gives you like the list to watch, No Pets, No Problem, and Animal Lovers Christmas. And like, the illustrations are so cute. And the whole pink and red Christmas. I just love it. So I really like this book. I've gotten like halfway through it. I just never, I always read it at the wrong time. Like I remember I have it and then it's like a week before Christmas. Do you know what I mean? And I love Christmas. I am someone who enjoys Christmas starting November 1st as Halloween and fall. Okay, you know what it is that some people will do like Halloween all year round, right? So they'll do like spooky Valentine's Day or whatever. I love fall. Okay, it's my favorite season, autumn. So I'll do like my decor is like, I don't know, I guess it's like dark academia fall 24/7, right? So when Christmas comes around, I give it 2 months because the whole rest of the year I'm living like it's Halloween anyways. It's already fall, right? So like Halloween or Christmas for me is 2 months, and I listen to Christmas music all year round because I am one of those people. I love Christmas. So this one I'm very, very, very excited to jump into, and I want to watch like all the movies. I just want to watch like all the movies. I love Christmas movies. So I was in the mood like yesterday to start a Christmas movie, and I just might. Sorry about that noise. Okay, so these two, again, I'm just like, oh, I'm in the mood for whimsy. I'm in the mood for fun, for cute, and I love this book so much. This is the Magical Unicorn Society, the official handbook, and a brief history of unicorns. The art style in here is just, look at that. Like, it really just doesn't get any better. It is so whimsical. I don't know if my niece is really into unicorns, but I would absolutely get these for her. Not my copies, of course. But you know. Oh, like these are, it's just so cute. And it's written by, I think it's written by the Magical Unicorn Society. Hello. Oh, it's compiled by Selwyn E. Phillips. I feel like I've read other books by that author. But yeah, so these are on my list. Okay, this next one I got years ago, like probably 2012, 20, whatever. And I never read it, and I was going to get rid of it. I was going to give it to like the library. But I don't know, I just like kind of want to read it. It's very like out of date. Probably a little out of touch, to be honest. But I don't know. This was like one of those Tumblr books way back in the day. It's Leave Your Mark by Eliza Leicht. I have no idea who she is. I 100% got this book because it was like one of those, it was like a Tumblr book. It was like the book that you would see people photograph on Tumblr before Bookstagram was a thing. So obviously I had to get it, but I never read it. But honestly, the forward is by Donna Karan. Like, hello. So I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know. I like books that are just like, there was just like a magic in the air from like the early to mid 2000s. Yeah, 2015. There's just like a magic in the air. Okay. So it says, land your dream job, kill it in your career, rock social media. Hello. I have another book Maybe I'll add it to this list. I don't have it around, but it's like, I don't know if you guys use like the Tezza app. I love Tezza. And I think that's the girl who designed the app. We're just going to say her name is Tezza. I don't remember. Okay. But she like wrote a book on like how to take like aesthetic Instagram pictures. And it's from like 2015. It is such, like, you can't argue with me. The vibes on Instagram pre-COVID were elite. They were immaculate. Instagram's like dead. Okay, so the next one is also like an older book. I got this from Book Outlet years ago, and it's one of those books that was like super cheap, sounded okay, so I got it, and then I never read it, and I was going to get rid of it. I'm not a big contemporary reader, but I do like contemporary around Christmas time because there's something about, I don't know, there's just something about it. And like in like the summer, I don't know. This is The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody, who has written other things because I recognize the name, but I have no idea what she's written. And it's about, well, obviously it's like a romance. Ryan has one unread text message on her phone, and it's been there for almost a year. I don't know, something tragic probably happened in her life. Oh, and there's a kid named Xander. That's hilarious. And Ryan, R-Y-N. I don't know, something about that. I don't know. They get stuck in like a, what's it called? They get stuck in like an airport on like New Year's Eve, I think. So, a possible Illuminati conspiracy hidden within the airport. As this sounds good. I don't know. I've like, the only reason I've never gotten rid of it is because I like, part of me is like, I think I'll like it, but I just never get around to reading it. So I'm going to make it a priority to actually like attempt to read The Chaos of Standing Still. Yeah, I don't know. I think part of the reason I've also never read it is because it's set in an airport, and I have a deep fear of flying. And there are years, pockets of time in my life where even like thinking about an airport is like scary. So I don't typically like things that are set in airports because I hate airports and flying, but I feel good right now. So I think I'm going to give this one a go. Okay, next one. It's another book of whimsy, as I call it. These are the kinds of books that like, I don't even know where you would get them anymore. But if you are able to find them, okay? This is Fairies, compiled by Elizabeth Ratsu. This kind of artwork is like, lives rent-free in my brain because my mom and my aunts would always like have this kind of artwork like around the house or like in greeting cards or birthday cards. This is very much like a product of my upbringing. Like, the women in my family love this kind of artwork. So I love this kind of artwork. And this whole book is about fairies. And it's just different poems and little excerpts written about fairies. So you have like water fairies, earth fairies. I think you have like home fairies in the back that like take care of children, fairies of childhood. And it's just like little like poems and, like I said, poems and excerpts. And it's just, it's like, I don't know how to describe the books that are like this, but the next one is like this as well. And those are the kind of books that like I grew up reading because, again, like my two aunts in Chicago and my mom, which they're all on the same side of the family, they would always like get me these kinds of books growing up. I think I got this one myself at a thrift store, but like this style of book where it's like pure whimsy, kind of actually like this one. Again, it's like people are still doing it. It's just more rare. So like this is like the Magical Unicorn Society, the official handbook written by like the Magical Unicorn Society. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, you don't really know who the author is. It's very like mystical. It's like magical. It's like whimsy. It's, I don't know. It's like the childlike magic, like beautiful wonder. So that's this one. And I love this book. I got this one in Indiana last summer. It's The Secrets of Pistolet. This is another one of those books that's like, that's the back, and then this is the front. It is just whimsical. It's a story about a woman who goes to a hotel in, I think it's France, and she's just like enjoying the mystery, and it has, hello, like these little letters and like recipe cards. I love books about food as well. So that's what this is. It's an enchanted fable of food, magic, and love. I read this last summer, and I wanted to read it again this summer. I just, again, like, didn't get around to it. But it's on my list for this month. I'm trying to, like, speak fast because I realize, like, this is kind of a long video and I have 4 more books left. But, okay, this is Iris, a Peffle Accidental Icon. I got this book, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. I read it, I think, last year, and she just, like, passed away this year, I think. Iris, a Peffle, she's just, like, a fashion, like, it girl. Do you know what I mean? But she did, like, interior design, I think. So it's just her autobiography, essentially. And it's nice. I really enjoyed reading it. I really enjoy looking at her fashion. And it's just very, like, inspiration. Do you know what I mean? So, that's on this list. Actually, the last couple books are, like, fashion books. Again, all of a sort of, like, similar series. This one isn't. I got this at the library. It's called The Quiltmaker's Journey. It's a children's book. I've never seen this. But again, it's this style of artwork. Do you know what I mean? It's just, like... Somebody tell me what this style is. Like, I love this. So, I don't know what this is about because I haven't read it. Oh, that last page. Hold on. Where'd it go? Look at this. So, it's about quilts. I think it's a sequel, maybe, to The Quiltmaker's Gift. But I got it at the library for, like, 25 cents. Okay, and the last 2, I'm going to save this one for last and show you this one. This is, there's a genre of fashion book that's, like, fashion autobiographies, like, written by the designers, but they're very, like, artistic. I always look when a car drives by. And that's like this. Okay, so this is Slim by Cynthia Rowley. I love Cynthia Rowley. I love her designs. I love her patterns. And I saw this book and I just, like, had to get it. Again, it's just, like, gorgeous. And it has, like, her artwork in it. And this one is just, like, telling stories of, like, her upbringing and kind of, like, what inspired her fashion-wise. And it's kind of, like, half myth, half real. She calls it a fantasy memoir. So there's definitely, like, elements of, like, kind of like fantasy mixed in with, like, her actual childhood stories. I got it on Amazon, I believe. So you can definitely get this. But yeah, it's gorgeous. It's, like, a really gorgeous book. And the last one, I thrifted this one. And this is, like, again, this is just, like, perfect. It's, like, giving early 2000s. It's giving my childhood. Excuse me. When was it published? Because we have to know. Can we not find it? Okay, I give up. This is Rebecca Moses, A Life of Style. And in the front, I have movie stills that I got in Chicago at a thrift store from Centennial Summer. Can't pronounce that, and no idea. But they just live in there. Excuse me. And this is Rebecca Moses's kind of like, again, it's like an autobiography of, like, how she got into fashion and her, like, childhood and her upbringing. And it's her artwork. And the artwork is spectacular. Look at that. There's a page that I love to look at. It was, like, in the front. I don't know. Her artwork is just so beautiful. Oh, look. Dried leaves from Chicago. It reminds me a lot, her style of... You see that? What's his name? Her style of artwork reminds me of Ruben. Yeah, Ruben. I was like trying to think like Isabel Toledo's husband, Ruben Toledo. Yeah. He does her artwork. He used to do her like her illustrations. I don't know why his name escaped my brain so hard. But her artwork kind of reminds me of his style of artwork, which I love. So this one I've been thinking about reading for a while. You guys, there's books right there I forgot I had on my list. I put them down. That was supposed to be my last one. Okay, these are like the maybes. But long story short, this is A Life of Style by Rebecca Moses. These are my honorable mentions. I don't know if I'm going to get to them, but it's Andy Weir's The Martian. I love The Martian. The movie is like on Netflix now. I've never watched the movie, so I actually just watched it. Sorry, my throat is dry from talking. I've read the book, the audio version of the book, probably 3 or 4 times now. The audiobook is amazing. I don't think I've ever read it in physical form. And I really love Andy Weir's writing. I will say, I read Artemis. That book is trash. Andy Weir cannot write female characters and should not ever write from a female perspective. Okay, that book was garbage. I was so disappointed. I am so glad that was not my first introduction into Andy Weir's books, or else I never would have picked up his book, period. Andy Weir, if you ever hear this, please don't. This, amazing. This one and Project Hail Mary, stick with that, okay? The male perspective, chef's kiss. Artemis was a dumpster fire. I hated that book with such a passion. I listened to it in school. I listened to it. Again, the audiobook is good. Like, the narrator is really good. The writing was garbage. It was so far from anything else. It was just like a different author wrote it. I hate that book. I love The Martian, though. 5 stars. 5 out of 5. In case you don't know, because you've been living under a rock, which, okay, maybe you don't know. But basically, The Martian, this guy, the scientist, goes on a mission to Mars and he gets left behind. The end. Excuse me. I love this book. And it's told in like log entries. So it's like he's like recording himself and talking through the book with like slight interludes of like the past or whatever. But that's why the audiobook is so good, because like in the movie and in the book, he's like talking to a camera. So like when you read the audiobook, it's like he's literally telling it to you. Amazing. I love this book, Andy Weir. Okay. Artemis, we're going to pretend you never wrote that. That book doesn't exist. I literally got rid of my copy. It doesn't exist. Love Project Hail Mary too. Then I have Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire. So, anyways, I've heard this is a really good book. I have absolutely no idea what it's about, but this was like super popular on BookTube, 5 or 6 years ago. So of course, because it was popular then, I was never going to read it, but now I do. Now I want to. And, I don't know, I think it's like a love story between like Dante and Aristotle. I don't know. I've heard it's really good, so I really do want to give it a shot. It's told like in really short chapters, so I think it'll keep me like interested. I really have no idea what it's about. I tend to like to go into books without knowing what they're about, though. So this is not the kind of video for you to watch if you want to know what books are about. And last but not least, I've been thinking about this book for months, and I didn't bring it with me from Chicago. Like I packed it with the movers, and I like wanted to read it over the summer, and I didn't have it. So this one I don't think I'm going to finish this month. I think it's going to take me a minute. I don't read like biographies very quickly, but this is Sutton Foster's autobiography called Hooked, and she crochets, and I love Sutton Foster. She's a Broadway star. She sings, she dances. She was in that show Bunheads, where she played like the dance teacher. But I particularly love her from Anything Goes. That's like one of my favorite musicals of all time. So yeah, She's got like a crazy story too, though, right? She like, didn't she like cheat on her husband? Something like that. I film in front of my window and the neighbor is like getting their mail. I don't like when people see me filming. Okay. She's like a crazy story, right? Like, didn't she cheat on her husband with... Doesn't he... The guy is Hugh Jackman? Like, are they together? Isn't that like the thing? Right? She like cheated on her husband with Hugh Jackman from Greatest Showman. That's his name. And like they're together now or something. I don't know. Maybe she'll talk about it in the book. But personal life aside, I think she's an amazing actress on Broadway. Amazing singer and dancer. She's a little awkward sometimes though. If you like watch on YouTube, there's like pirated versions of like Anything Goes. Sometimes she's like a little awkward. Sometimes when she hits those beautiful notes, like the big belt, the way she stands is very like Taylor Swift, if you know what I mean. But does not matter. I still really like her because I like her singing and I like her dancing, and I love Anything Goes, and Thoroughly Modern Millie too. I think her brother's a Broadway star too. I don't know. I like her. She's cute. Oh look, it says Bunheads right there. That's hilarious. I loved that show. So this is her like autobiography. This is the inside page. Oh, the guy's driving away now. How did she maintain such a sunny demeanor in spite of everything? Crafting. She picked up cross stitch, crochet. I think maybe knitting too. Whatever. I just thought it was cool. She's crocheting. I like the cover. And that is it, you guys. That is my insane November TBR. I will make a follow-up video at the end of this month and we will see how much I got through. Watch me not read a single book. That would be very on brand for me. I need water next time, by the way. But yeah, I will make a follow-up video. We'll see what I get through. I will actually keep track this year. I used to be so good at keeping track of my reading and like to the page number, like to the date, to the page. I gave up this year. I want to do it next year. I have a couple of reading journals. I'm going to pick one and just like see it through. But yeah, we'll see. Well, next year will be a better reading year. I still want to finish out this year strong. I didn't tell you, my goal for this year was 100 books. That's a joke. So I dropped it down to 50 and I'm at 26. So I'm basically halfway. Can we do it? Maybe. I don't know. I'll at least hit 40 because like there are certain books that I will not skip. Like certain Christmas books I will read every single year. So like I might hit like 35 or 40. 35 is probably more realistic, but we'll see. We'll see what I get to finish by the end of this month, and I will definitely do a follow-up. Like I said, it's my birthday month, so I'm kind of gonna like prioritize reading this month because I haven't, and like I want to give myself that gift, if you will. Yeah, we'll see. And I will give you I bet you I will not read a single book on this list, and I'll read other things. That happens too. I'm not a good TBR follower. I'm a mood reader, which is why there's so many books on this list, because I know I'm not gonna like get to them all. I'm gonna like be in the mood for something. But that's it. That's my whole TBR. Let me know what you're reading down below because I need more inspiration, obviously. No, I do like knowing what other people are reading, especially if it's like the kind of book I want to read. That made no sense. Okay, well, whatever. Let me know what you're reading down below. I will put socials and stuff on the side, and yeah, happy November. My throat is so dry. Okay, I'm cutting this video right here. Have a good day. Bye.